This automation right here goes ahead and it grabs all of the information from your bank statement, and then it goes ahead and categorizes each item so you can go ahead and just look inside of Google Sheet and more easily tell which transactions are the ones for your business and which ones are just your personal income, helping you keep track of your business expenses way easier. So let me go ahead and give you a demonstration of how this works. So execute the workflow. All right, then you go ahead, you pick now this one is just something I had Claude generate for me as test data to work with. Go ahead and let's submit that. Goes ahead, extracts the information from the PDF file. It reads it and it organizes everything that you need to store it within Google Sheet right here, which is sorted as a date, description, amount, category, confidence, and note, and set up for each month of the year. All right, so there we go. Now that it's gotten all the items, it went out and split them into an array, and now it's going to loop through each single one and put it inside of this bank statement categorizer right here. So it was for March, and I'll start putting it in March just like this. And now I'll wait until it's finished doing this for every single one of them. All right, then there we go. It has successfully gone and extracted each transaction within there. Let's go ahead, and here's the bank statement. The minus are the negative ones. These are the categories it sorted each one in. As you can see, that's the only one that it didn't quite do it as well, but the rest of it went ahead and it sorted each one accordingly. And then the description right here, then the amount spent, if there was an income and all of that, groceries right there, and then the confidence, basically how confident is it that the way it categorizes each one is correct, and then the note so that it can give you an explanation about where this transaction was most likely used and what it is for. That way you can get a briefing and quickly understand which ones fall within the business and for your personal life instead of the business. Now I'm going to teach you how to build this exact same automation right here, but if you want to skip the whole building process, I will have this workflow down below in the description, so you can just go ahead and download it and then just implement it for yourself so you can have it right there. So, but first of all, the requirement that you're going to need is you're going to have a Google Sheet document open like this, and you'll have to have the date, description, amount, category, confidence, and note, and have the name of each month as a tab right here, as that will help us keep track of a bank statement that's in each different month. So let's go ahead and we'll remove this, as we're going to build it from scratch so that you can see we'll still go ahead and put in all the information. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's go ahead, let's rename that auto bank statement categorizer template. I'm just gonna name it that. Now first of all, you'll need a way of getting it, so n8n form, go ahead, do that. Now here where it says form title, I'm just going to quickly type in the title that I want, and then form description right here. So write whatever description you want. There we go. Now here it says add form element, go ahead, click that, type in bank statement, and here make sure that the element type is a file, and add attributes, required field, toggle that on. And here you want to respond when the workflow finishes, because then you'll already know that everything has been put inside of your Google Sheets document. So workflow finishes, you can go ahead, append it in attribution, toggle that off if you want to, and then you can also go ahead and toggle on ignore bots, so you can only get it from humans. And now form response, so this is the response it will get after this workflow has finished running. I will say done, all of your transactions have been categorized right there. Now we have a way of getting the file now. So now you want to go ahead, you want to extract all of that information from the PDF file. So extract from file, extract from PDF right there. And here you want to put in the name of the label. I'll show you in a bit what that is. You want to go ahead, type in bank underscore statement. So the reason why naming it this is because right here in the form submission here, that's the label here. So bank statement, it's this label here. Now the reason here I didn't leave the spaces, because you'll see in a bit, it does not add a space and it instead replace it with that right there. That's why I made it this way so it works. So now that we extract the information information right there. You want to go ahead and now you want to add an OpenAI, then message model. This one will be used to extract all of the information like the date, the amount, the description of each one, such information. Let's go ahead, and what I usually would use is GPT-4o mini. And the reason I use that is because it's the cheapest and it still works really well. And here for the prompt, I already have a prompt that I can just copy and paste. So read and extract all of the information right here. This is what I'll have. Copy that, then paste it in there. So it'll extract the date, description, amount, and the month with this brain right here. I'm gonna go ahead, rename that quickly. So now that's how it will be renamed. And here is how we'll extract the date, the month, the description, and all of that information. And now that after we've done all of that, now we need to go ahead and we need to add a code node. The reason for the code node is so that we can split out all of the, for example, 29 transactions into its own items so that it can be put into the Google Sheet document separately. So let me go ahead and rename that, split JSON array into items, copy and paste that. And right here, copy and paste all of this. Remember, you can just go ahead and grab the template for this workflow down below, so you don't need to necessarily go ahead and copy and paste all of this the way that I am, but you'll already have it for you when you get the template. But enough of that, to copy and paste that in there. And now it will make so that it separates each transaction one by one. I want to go ahead, you want to put in loop over right here, so split in batches, and you want to leave that at 1. This will ensure that it handles everything one by one. And now click add at OpenAI once again, message a model. Now what this model will be responsible for, it will be responsible for handling each of the transactions that are coming in that have just been read. All right, so then the model once again, GPT-4o mini, and then here at the prompt expression once again, open that, and then categorize each one. Now this one is specifically going to categorize each of the transactions so that you know what they were made for and what you exactly purchased there. So let me go ahead and rename that as well. Categorize each transaction. Rename that model right there. Now you want to go ahead, after you've categorized it, you want to go ahead, type in code. And what this code will do is just so that it neatly formats the transaction so it can be stored neatly within Google Sheet. So I'll go ahead, I'll copy and paste that once again, copy and paste it right in there, format results. And then right after that, now that we formatted everything, you want to go ahead and store it right into Google Sheet. So search Google Sheets and then append row in sheet right here. Then you want to pick the document name, so bank statement categorizer right there. And then the sheet, you don't want to put in anything right there. You want to leave that one open because that's where we'll go ahead and put by name and change that to expression, because we're specifically going to make it store each transaction within the month that it happened. So append row right there. Now we don't have test data to work with yet, therefore we're going to go ahead, execute the workflow, go ahead and pick the document, so clear view. Remember, Claude generated this for me. Everything in here is fake. It's just for the purpose of demonstration. Submit that. Goes ahead, analyzes each transaction. After you've done that, you'll see it split successfully into 29 items, categorized. And here's where it ran into an error, which is completely what we wanted. So now you want to go ahead, here where it says by name, go back to the split array and items right here. You want to drag the month, so March right there. And now we'll fetch the columns quickly for us. Here where it says date, you want to go here where it says split JSON in array, drag the date in there, description, drag the description in there, drag the amount in there, and the category, we won't have that here. You want to go to the format result category, drag it right there, confidence right there, and drag the note as well in there, so it can start storing the information within this Google Sheet in that month. So now everything should work perfectly. Now let's go ahead and let me show you a demonstration that it works. Execute workflow right there, choose files, append, submit that, close it. It goes ahead and it makes an array of all of the transactions. By the way, if you don't know what an array is, it's basically a list, as simple as I can put it. It's a list. Now it goes ahead and it starts analyzing each transaction and storing it one by one. Let me show you that it's storing it. So as you can see right there, boom, other, Whole Foods, note. And as we're inside of the notes right here, the Google Sheet notes, you'll see it updates it. So as a matter of fact, all you really need to do, you can just stay here and it'll keep doing its thing in the background. Now let's wait for the rest of the transactions to be stored within Google Sheets so I can show you at the end. All right, and as you can see, all 29 transactions have been successfully stored within the Google Sheet in the correct month. And there you go. It gives you the date, it gives you the description, the amount used there, the minus for if the money went out, and if it's just the money that came in, confidence high, category, and then the note right here. So as you can see right there, confidence high, and everything is stored within here. And now this automation should help you more easily be able to tell which ones were transactions that are in your personal life and which ones are the ones that you made for the business specifically. So then after that, you can just go ahead and separate them and add it into a different sheet where you have the transactions for your business. And that brings us at the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and don't forget, I will have this down below in the link in the description so you can go ahead and grab it.